J Drone here. What's going on, guys? So we got my new board in that's running Silverware. You can definitely flash these. I really don't got a grasp on how to do it, so I just bought the board. The board was, I think, like $12, and I plan on buying a lot more of these because this enables acro. I mean, you could have full stability mode, but you can also go into acro. I'm basically going to show you how to do a transplant. Take the old board out, put the new board in, and get it going. But the first thing I want to check here is to make sure that this is compatible with my jumper, because that's the controller that I plan on using. It's said to be on a Bang protocol. So we're going to turn this on, and we're going to go to model menu, model setup. Going to go down here. I already have it on the Bang protocol. So we're going to hit reunit, which is basically a bind button as soon as this is plugged in. So all we're going to do here is plug this in and see what the light sequence is. Light sync was, bam, let's get that up there. It's flashing, it's flashing, it's flashing, it's rapid flashing. Let's hit reunit. Bamzo, it's gonna work. So that's great. Now I don't have to worry about putting this all together and it's not compatible. It's definitely compatible, and this is just your basic Bang protocol. I'm not in any other format. I don't have telemetry on. So let's go and put this in the drone here, guys. We're gonna go ahead and turn this off, which that should start flashing then. Loss of connectivity from the controller. We're gonna put that there. We're gonna put our battery here. As you can see, I have a white piece of paper here just as a clean work area. That way I don't lose anything. So first thing we need to do, we need to pop this off. Let's see. Look for your pins, unlike what I was just doing. I'm gonna pop this off. I'm going to pop this off, and bamzo. The next thing that we need to do, I'm going to say take the screws out. I was debating on trying to unplug it first, and I have two different screwdrivers here. I have a thin one, which is probably going to fit the screws, and I have a little bit bigger one that's magnetized. That way we can gather our screws, and bamzo, electrical tape just to set the screws in. That way they don't go all over the place. So let's go ahead and get these screws
out. Excuse my hand. We'll try to go over here. And just like that, see the one screw drop, not a magnetic screwdriver, and bam, that's a magnetic screwdriver. We can just go ahead and get that off the tip and put it in there. And then we will go ahead and do this bottom screw here. And again, we're just unthreading, nothing fancy here. Anybody can do this. I haven't done this before. This is my first shot at doing this, so hopefully I get this right.
And as you can see, this one's kind of magnetized a little bit. And you can magnetize the screwdrivers a little bit by touching the motors, because the motors are magnetic. And then it'll hold the charge, so to speak. So now this board should be free to pop up, I would think. I'm going to go ahead and maybe come underneath it and just pop, pop, pop. It's not popping. Let's see here. What do we got to do? Oh, there it goes. It's moving. Seems still to be there. All right. Okay, so basically what it was inset pretty well. And then let's see here. We're just going to take a mental note. That is the front. This is the back. Obviously, that'll be the back where the tail's coming off of it, and that'll be the front there. Just taking a mental note, we have blue and red. Blue and red's going to go up top here. Let me get my screwdriver so my fat fingers are out of the way. Blue and red's going to go up here. Blue and red's going to go over here. And then what are our other colors? Black and white. So black and white, we're going to make a little nursery rhyme. Black and white right, black and white right. So black and white's going to go upper right, and then we're also going to put it corresponding on the left there. So let's go ahead and get these unplugged, get these motors unplugged, and then it should be fairly simple. Again, you can see the motors are plugged in there. We're just going to, again, we're not grabbing the wire because you could easily tear it out. We're trying to grab the plastic.
See the plastic underneath here? That little red tip right there? That's what I'm trying to grab. I have fairly large hands. If I can do it without messing it up, you guys can definitely do it. And we're just going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Bamzo.
They're all out. Okay, so the next thing I would think would be is to plug this in. So we're going to flip this upside down, and we're going to plug everything in. And for the most part, the wires kind of stayed there, so it's not too difficult to remember. But this upper one right here, we're flipping it upside down. So this one up here is going to be the black and white front right. That's why I said that. Try to get it in your head, black and white front right. And that's going to be this blue plug right there. So we're going to go ahead and plug this in.
Which I'm looking at the pins are up, and make sure I'm going to do this right. So the pin's actually down on here. So I'm actually going to just to start this, put it on like that, maybe. Hopefully not twist up my wires too bad. And I still got it backwards. Let's see. We're going to put that like this. So this is probably going to be the hardest part here, just matching up your pins to these tiny little plugs, and bam, so the first one's in. So the first one's in. Is that right? Did I do that right? No, I think I put in the wrong plug. I put in the wrong plug. And we're going to try again and put it right here, because it needs to be the upper right. Black and white upper right. So now when we put this down, that tails the back, and black and white upper right. This rear one's going to be this blue, or the red top, which is the blue and red. And again, just matching up these pins is probably going to be the most difficult part, especially if you have large hands. But we got two in. We got two in already. Not too difficult. Two more to go. So the upper
left on here, which is going to be this one, is going to be the opposite of black and white right. Upper right, black and white upper right, because you have corresponding motors. And again, that's just a little nursery rhyme that I've jammed in my head to hopefully keep things in. And you see what happened here on the board we just took it off of. This came off of the board, so we are going to have to pull this off. Hopefully it's going to allow me to pull it off. There we go. And that's the piece right there that I was talking about that came off of this board, and it's super clear to see where it came off of. The pins are right there. So what we can do, we could just go ahead and stick that back on. We can go ahead and stick that back on right there. And let's see, yep, same position. Just go ahead and find the two tiny holes underneath, and bamzo, that's back on that board, because we're going to keep this board. This is a good board. It's bindable to the jumper. We're not throwing that board out. So where are we at here? We need to put the blue across from that one, which is
going to go. I messed myself up here. Messed myself up by doing it. All right, so there we go. Back. So this blue one's going to go right here, and the pins are matched up already. Bamzo, maybe. Hopefully that's on camera, guys. I apologize if it's not. Come on. Again, this is going to be the most difficult part. Okay, so I'm trying to plug the wrong one in. Get this blue one out of there. Get this red one, which is matched up. And let's go ahead and plug that in. Maybe. No, that's why it's not plugging in, J-Drone, because the holes are in the wrong spot. So let's try one more time, guys. And eureka! And we got this last one here, which, again, black and right, front right. So the other black and white one is going to be back left. Because, again, motors cross from one another. We're just going to plug this in here. I got it right. I think I got it right. Come on. It's got to be right. Pins are up. Pins are up. Bamzo. Okay, so bamzo. We are good. Now, all we got to do is get this locked down, which the holes should match up, which, as you can see, it basically does. That one sat right down on there. But before we go any further, we're just going to get this right in position. And, again, it matched up nicely. Look how clean that is. All we got to do is set in screws, which I'm not sure where I put the
screws. Where J-Drone put the screws? They gave me screws. We could probably just use the other screws, but they did give me screws to lock that down with this kit. I'm not sure where I put them, but let's go ahead and make sure this is going to work. Let's make sure all our motors are going to fire, which simply we will go ahead and plug in this. Plug in that, and we already have it bound to the jumper, so we're going to turn this on. Bam, and we're going to throttle up. There we go. So all the motors are working. This is done properly. Let's go ahead and get that screw in.
Let's get our screws in. So very basic. Now, obviously, if you're doing this, you're going to want FPV on this. I'm thinking where we're going to tap the FPV is, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and just zoom in. Right there. I'm thinking we're going to tap that positive and negative right on the opposite side of that battery. That's the way I've always done it with these whoops, and it's worked out well. So I think that's the way it's going to be done. I'm not going to do it on this video. My soldering skills are not as good as they should be. Not even as they should be, but for playing with these drones, I should have better soldering skills than I do, but I don't, so I'm not willing to showcase my poor soldering skills. I'll do that off the camera at another time. Main thing with this was just to make sure it worked. It's a tight squeeze. It's a tight squeeze. There might be something underneath not sitting right. But we're going to go ahead and let's charge our screwdriver off of this. And again, your motors are magnetic. So essentially we are charging this. And let's see, did it work? It did work. We're going to go ahead and drop this in that screw holder. I should really set it. I should set it on the screwdriver. Alright, set on the screwdriver. And I think we're going to go at this one first because that one's sitting a lot nicer. And hopefully the top of that actually grabs that board. Yeah, it did. So the top of that is going to grab the board, so that's why you're going to need the stock screws. They did give you extra screws. And myself, I don't see where I put the extra screws. And again, all we're going to do, because this is charged now, this isn't originally a magnetic screwdriver, and the magnetism is still working, as you can see. We're just going to press this down, get that in the right place, and we're going to come over here, and let's put that, almost. Try again, J-Drone, try it again. Eventually, if you have a non-magnetic screwdriver that you've charged essentially the way I showed you, eventually the charge will go out. Bam. Nope. Come on. Come on. J-Drone can get it. I can get it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got it. We got it. We got it. Turn. And is it set? It is set. So we're just going to come in over top of here, which you can't see because my hand's in the way. And we're going to go over here. And this drone here is a Santa Whoop. One of the Santa Whoops. Hopefully you can see that. You can't really see that because my big old paw's in the way. There, you should be able to see that there.
That's installation right there. I will test this. Maybe we'll go in the drone room next and we'll just lift up with it. I'll put the tripod there and see that this works. There is a command. I don't know the commands off the top of my head, but I think it's like down, down, left or something. I'll also let you guys know that as far as putting this in acro and stabilized mode. So it's as simple as that. We're at 13 minutes with fumbling with screws and whatnot. Not hard, not hard. You didn't have to program anything. It's all plug and play. If you wanted to put this on a different drone, you would have to take your positive and negatives off the other drone for your motors and essentially get plugs like this to plug in, or just solder. You could solder right to that, but that's that, guys. Alright guys, so this will just be quick to test it in the drone room. I didn't even put the canopy back on it yet. It looks pretty cool without the canopy. Really conform, but it doesn't really protect the board. But if you're not going to be flying in water, weight reduction. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug in our cords here. I might do a little hand takeoff, that way you guys can see everything, because you should be able to see me. Should be able to see the lights. Can you see the lights? Maybe. Kind of see the lights. They're blinking and whatnot. They're looking to be bound. We're going to turn the jumper on. Bam! Went solid. So actually, let's see. I think I need to have this in this hand to take off initially. Just bam. There you go, guys. Simple as that. And I will let you guys know the stick commands that you need to do to get this into acro and whatnot, but it definitely works. I mean, anybody can do this. If I can do it, anybody can do it. It's no soldering, but again, the original board you definitely can solder and put the same program this is running on it. Let's get close. Let's get close. Hold on. Easy on the sticks, J-Drone. Trying to get closer for you guys. Yeah. Alright guys, we're gonna do a hand catch, bam. Super simple, and these boards are dirt cheap. If you guys have not subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Questions, comments down below. Get at me. Later.